No, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. Hit the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate. Meditate, hydrate. Protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we walk.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like. You know, I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
His kick.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7. Jaguars.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They will run for the first time here with White. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Running out of the gun with White. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
A gain of 8 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, here's the option left. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now 4th and goal.
The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Josh Oliver.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed it, it would have been a long night.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is White. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
White, the ball carrier. Pernell McPhee on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Jaguars nothing.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, it's White. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. And And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Makes the score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Jalen Ramsey.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9.
Check.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve, 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
To DJ Chark.
DJ Chark as time expires in the first half. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's 17-7. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Gain of 10 yards.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
First down.
Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
First down, here's White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
48-yard line.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They'll run on first down. White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with White. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
This inside the 35-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And a Jaguar first down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give to White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming on.
The play brings up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Minshew. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Up 3rd down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. And now it's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw, Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Kaepernick going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Here we go, D. Hey, 91. 91. It's me and you. Shit. Check nickel.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw, Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the Jaguars' 8-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On second down, here's Kaepernick. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Steps away to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run.
Minshew on the
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. It's like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A first down carry now for Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun is Minshew. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. So the final